Hey, how are you guys doing? Happy Friday. Hope you guys are off to a really great start this weekend. I am here in the lab just taking care of a few things and waiting for my next client, so I decided to come in and talk to you guys a little bit with regards to products. So if you took a look at my last post in the feed, I posted a question to folks, have you ever been wronged by a product? And a lot of folks said yeah. Some people DM'd me about how to use certain products, what's the better way to do it, and I figured it would be a good idea for me to come in and talk to you guys a little bit about products. So in particular, I want to talk today about serums. One of my favorite serums is hyaluronic acid. So I want to definitely touch base with hyaluronic acid today and talk to you guys about it. Some of the uses, the benefits, and how to actually use it and apply it. So, 9 times out of 10 when folks complain about, oh, this product didn't work, sometimes the product really just doesn't work. It's not that great. Marketing was awesome, but the product's not that great. And then there's other times where the product just was used incorrectly. So in order for you guys to avoid having issues with hyaluronic acid, let's talk a little bit about what's going on with it. So, there's a lot of different brands on the market. You've got hyaluronic acids from several different companies that make a really great product. So, if you already have one that you love and like, great. If you are searching for one, shoot me a DM and then we'll talk a little bit about, what would be a good fit for you. And of course, if you're seeing me for a facial, ask the question. But I'm not gonna sit here to promote any particular brand. I just have one that I like to use for myself. And like I said, there's so many different brands on the market, so you have a lot to choose from. So, hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is a fabulous product for helping with retaining moisture. So if you're somebody who tends to be very dry or very flaky, or even if you're somebody who has a tendency to get really dehydrated, like say you're not drinking enough water, maybe the moisturizer you're using isn't really trapping moisture into your skin, it's drying up very fast, this is a great product to add into your skincare regimen. So, how to use it? So first you're gonna start with a clean face. Make sure your face is totally clean after, say, if this is, I like to use hyaluronic acid at night in particular. That's my personal preference. You can use this morning or night. For me, for my skin, I like to use it at night. So, how do I do this? Start with a clean face. So I go through my cleansing regimen. If it's a day where I wore makeup, of course I'm gonna use the TKO treatment mask sometimes as well. But if I had makeup on, then I'm gonna use the Take It Off makeup remover, get that makeup broken down, go into my cleanser, go into the toner, and then next is the serum. So that's really the first start. That's what the face you need to start with when you're using hyaluronic acid. So, a great way to tell if you have a good hyaluronic acid is that it should be pretty thick. Like, I don't know if you guys can kind of see this, but yeah, it's really thick, I love my little smell, taste, touch tests of products. So, hyaluronic acid should definitely be thick. Like, it's not supposed to be runny. It should definitely be thick. When you pump it out or drop it out, whichever way it's dispensed, it should be thick. So that's just a little way to tell and make sure you have a decent product on your hands. So once you have your clean face, you're going to actually apply the hyaluronic acid. And again, for application purposes, you put it on, and I like to press this into the skin. So I'm not just like rubbing. I'm gonna go in and press this into the skin. All right? Go ahead, just go all around, press. That's it until you've covered everywhere, all your surface areas taken care of. Press it in, then leave it alone. Let your skin do what it does and absorb this product. Once it's absorbed, then you're gonna go ahead and put your moisturizer on top of this. So then you're done. You know, if you're doing this during the daytime, then of course you're gonna apply your makeup. If you're doing this at nighttime, then you're gonna go straight to bed. You know, for folks who have a couple creams from the doctor, you know, all your other little skincare regimen, go ahead and take care of that, and then you're done for the evening. But that's how you're going to apply hyaluronic acid. What it's going to do is seal, trap in the moisture, make sure it acts as a way to kind of wick moisture from all your other products, get that into your skin. So it's definitely going to give you a nice plumping effect to fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to definitely help with getting rid of some of like the crepiness a skin can experience from dehydration. If you are somebody who also feels like you're putting on so much moisturizer and you're still kind of dry feeling, this is going to be your go-to friend to help you out with that whole feeling and that experience. So in general, when you have a serum, whether it's hyaluronic acid, whether it's like say vitamin C, whether it's some kind of antioxidant drops, whatever it is, when it comes to it being a serum, you need to put that on a clean face. So after your cleanser, after your toner, but you're gonna put it on before your moisturizer. You know, common physics sense, if you got your moisturizer on, all the goodness in the serum is not gonna really be able to get in. Your moisturizer will act as a barrier. So if you want it to act as a barrier, you want it to trap that goodness from the serum. So serum, then moisturizer. So hopefully these tips helped. I am gonna definitely keep dropping in far more often and giving you some more helpful tips with regards to products. Products are a big question when it comes to folks coming to see me in the lab. It's a big question that I get almost every day in the DMs, so I think it's helpful for me to kind of jump in here and talk a little bit about products little by little as things go on. So how about this? I'm gonna pick vitamin C tomorrow, talk a little bit about that, give you some recommendations and you know why it's great. And, you know, there's some people who it's great for, and there's some people you should not touch it. We're going to also talk about that as well, because not everything is for everybody, right? So, you know, that's the philosophy at Mirror Skin Lab. Everything's about, you know, for your particular skin. Not everything's for everybody. If you want to talk a little bit about what works for you, shoot me a DM, make an appointment. If you can't make it in New York, then definitely we can connect on the web, all right? See you guys. Have a great Friday.